Thanks, guys.
Dave, an injury update first, actually.
Yeah, old Geordie concussion. Yeah, so we'll check on his availability next week. Caden Neville looks like an MCL. Not sure about the extent of Izzy's, but it's significant. Patellar injury. And Scotty Seo just lost feeling in his arm, so something to do with neck or shoulder, so not sure of the extent of that. But yeah, well, Izzy's done something to his knee, so that was serious.
It's quite the tally over the 2 tests. You sit in the box going.
Yeah, I look at, I don't want to be here talking about injuries. It's part of the game, and we've had a few, but it wasn't the reason we lost tonight. And, we lost the collisions early. They choked us down our half for 30 minutes, and we're behind 19-0. So first time we got up their end, we scored 7, and we scored 7 not long after into the second half. Our next time down in their end. So when we could play territory and get down the right end of the field, we could put them under heat. But a lot of the game played at our end.
60 minutes, the momentum was going your way. Points difference you can make up. What do you think happened after that?
Oh, just these key moments. We got to 22-17 and we had all the momentum, a line out down there, and they were able to swing the length of the field and get 3 out of that. If maybe we'd have scored with momentum, maybe we finish over the top, but got to give them credit. They put themselves in the right part of the field and kicked 6 penalties, so we've got to look at our discipline.
It was very clear England came out firing physically, but it was the second week in a row you've asked for better collisions up front. Any idea why that isn't happening quite as quickly as you want?
Yeah, we've certainly got to start better, but we're soaking in tackles, so they got big men and they're running hard. I think when our big men carried 2, we got them behind them as well. So, but from a defensive point of view, we need to be better on one-on-one tackles.
Thanks, Dave. How do you see the impact of having to nail it back and Angus Belly's only played full game with Scott's injury?
You look good to have Nella back. He got pinged a couple of times early at scrum, and but I felt after the initial scrums, we gained a bit of ascendancy, and maybe Belly late in the game, he played just about 80 minutes and gave away a couple of penalties. Hard to argue that.
What are your thoughts on the refereeing as well?
I think Andrew's a really good ref. Had him a number of times when I was up in Glasgow, and it's a tough game to referee, and we'll have a decent look at stuff and give some feedback directly. But I certainly didn't come off thinking, we're going to blame the referee, or his decisions had a massive impact on the final result.
Can I ask you about that opening half an hour where England came out with that clear dominance? Did they kind of shock you a bit there, or what do you feel like you got wrong in that opening half an hour?
Oh, we knew what was coming. We just didn't tackle well enough. We've got to chop and get them off their feet quickly, but we're a little bit too high, and they rode through us. And it's like all things, probably not too dissimilar to our 2 tries. You get momentum, you get them behind the defence, and you get lightning quick ball, you can put them under a bit of heat. So we've got to chop and slow their ball down, and certainly we didn't do that well in the first 30.
It's been a pretty savage series with injuries, more for you, but both sides. How do you kind of lift the guys for next week as the deciding to?
Well, it's a decider, so, and you're playing for your country. So, we've got depth, and it's going to be tested next week.
Do you, Dave, have enough players in the squad to cover, or do you think about
Yeah, like we'll assess once we get in front of the medics tomorrow. Obviously, Locke's a little bit thin with Jed out, Nev out, and Darcy suspended. So yeah, we'll have a look at that.
Michael, could you just two parts really? One, explain what it's like being on the receiving end for that half hour or so, getting from running you at one point, but then also what it was that you did, you felt regain the control for that period, sort of just before half time and after.
I think Dave's said a lot of it. We just weren't tackling well enough. Genge's a hard man to tackle. Jeez. So I'd like to avoid that again. But it's them winning the collisions and then ill discipline. So it was one-way traffic there. We're allowing England to get into our, through no fault, or our fault completely, easy exits, entries into our area. So that makes the momentum just continue on their way. Line out, carry, the cycle repeats itself. In terms of the second half, we had a clear plan, came out of half time knowing what we needed to do. Our guys started getting some carry dominance. We were excited by the fact that when we got down into their end, we're scoring points. So we knew where we needed to be. Our guys kicked pretty well. We almost came up with some really big plays. We did have some big plays, almost that 50-22 would have been lovely to have. And then that one where Righty takes the man out with a nice little line break there. So some pleasing stuff there. We just need to execute when we get down there.
Michael, second game in a row where it's a very lackluster first half for the Wallabies. How do you get into the game a little bit faster?
I think we need to be more disciplined. Hey, we know that they're going to come hard. We can withstand that. We can turn them over if we're doing the things Dave's mentioning. But we just can't keep doing it. Keep allowing them to, come down at us like that because it gets tiring. So we just need to be more disciplined. We can withstand a lot, but not just continuous.
Dave, Andrew Callaway was talking at half time about as a player he hates it. There was one with Johnny Hill earlier. It was a penalty but not a card. As a coach, how do you kind of see that? Is there an issue with this law?
Oh, I think if you ask the refs, they don't like it either. But it's law, and so they got to ref it.
You feel they got both right?
I mean, based on law, Marcus Smith got yellow carded, and so did Izzy. And there's no doubt Izzy's trying to catch it, but I think they're implying if you go with it with one hand, you run a risk. So it's certainly different from an intentional slap down. But anyway, it's the law, and the refs got to ref accordingly. So I have no issue with their decision.
Just during the week, Angus Bell talked about how Australia's scrum didn't want to match England, they wanted to dominate, and Taniola talked about going out there and smashing Ellis and saying he would do the same to him. As a coach, are you kind of aware of the comments, and would you prefer that not out there, or do you have any issue with it?
No, I don't really have an issue with it. I'm not talking it up like we're going to destroy them, but I know Tony Ellis implying that he's excited to play against Ellis. He's a high quality loose head, and it's going to be a hell of a contest. So I think both parties were probably talking it up. I felt at times that we had scrum dominance. Some went against us. It's a pretty even contest.
Anything else? Happy? Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.